Hi everyone. It's 10:30 a.m. You're at your desk, your stomach is growling, and the only thing on your mind is the vending machine down the hall. But here's the frustrating part. You actually ate a responsible breakfast. You had the juice, the cereal, or the toast. You did exactly what the health commercials told you to do. So why are you starving? It's not because you lack willpower, and it's not because you have a fast metabolism. It's because the very meal you were told was healthy was actually a biological trap designed to make you crash. For decades, we've been conditioned to believe that a low-fat, grain-based morning is the gold standard for health. But this advice has been largely backwards. When you lean into these classic staples, you aren't fueling your body. You're triggering a massive blood sugar spike that forces your insulin to go into overdrive. The result is an inevitable energy nosedive that leaves you snacky, tired, and struggling with stubborn cravings by noon. In this video, we're going to expose the hidden cost of these breakfast myths and look at the actual mechanism behind your hunger. I'm going to show you exactly how to flip the script on your morning routine so you can stay full, focused, and energized until lunch, all while avoiding the hidden traps that push us toward insulin resistance. Let's dive into why your breakfast is lying to you and what you can eat instead to finally regain control. The trap: why you crash, not burn. Let's keep this simple and look at the actual chain of events happening inside your body every morning. You start the day with a breakfast that's high in refined carbs and sugar. What happens next? Your blood glucose, that's the sugar in your bloodstream, spikes dramatically. To handle that sudden surge, your body releases a hormone called insulin. Insulin's job is quickly pushing that sugar out of your blood and into your cells for storage. Now, here's the problem. When your sugar spikes high, your insulin often overshoots its target. It clears the sugar so effectively that your blood sugar levels drop too quickly and too low. That's the crash. And what does your brain interpret that blood sugar drop as? An emergency. It sends out the distress signal. We need fuel now. That makes you ravenously hungry, sets up those powerful sugar cravings, and sends you reaching for a snack or another coffee. That isn't a character flaw, it's predictable biology. If that blood sugar roller coaster happens every single day, year after year, it's not just about cravings. It is a major factor that can push your body toward insulin resistance, increase the risk of things like fatty liver, and make it incredibly difficult to manage your energy and weight. That's the mechanism. Now let's expose the specific culprits one by one. The breakfast saboteurs, exposing the healthy myths. We're going to break down the classic low-fat breakfast and see where the hidden sugar and starch is lurking. 1. The orange juice illusion. Everyone believes this myth. It's fruit, so it's healthy. And it feels right. Oranges are real food and they have vitamins. But here's what's missing. When you turn whole fruit into juice, you remove most of the fiber and structure. That fiber is critical because it slows down the sugar delivery. Instead of chewing a food, you're essentially just drinking a highly concentrated fast sugar shot. Liquid sugar hits your bloodstream almost instantly. It pushes your blood glucose up fast, forcing a massive insulin response, and inevitably setting up that blood sugar crash later. You're starting the roller coaster before you've even walked out the door. Practical swap. If you want the vitamins, eat the whole orange. The fiber is worth the chewing time. For a morning drink, stick to water, mineral water, or plain coffee or green tea. If you really crave something fruity, a small handful of berries is a much better fiber-rich choice. 2. Cereal. The starch and sugar stack. The appeal of cereal is obvious. It's easy, it's cheap, and it's marketed as smart, especially the whole grain versions. But here's the trap. The healthy label rarely predicts your actual blood sugar response. Most cereal is a mix of refined starch and often a heavy dose of added sugar. Even if it says whole grain, the grains are often puffed, flaked, and highly processed. This processing makes the starch quickly break down into glucose, meaning cereal can spike your blood sugar almost as violently as a dessert. Then comes the insulin spike, then the crash. Practical swap? If you want fast and easy, try Greek yogurt with a few berries. If you want warm food, go for the gold standard, boiled eggs, an omelet, or even leftovers with salads. Don't be afraid to eat non-breakfast foods like chicken. Your body doesn't know it's 8 a.m., it only knows it needs stable fuel. And if you insist on oats, choose the least processed kind, and crucially, always pair them with a significant amount of protein to slow the glucose absorption. 3. Toast and jam, sugar on top of starch. This feels so innocent. Toast is light, jam is just a little. It feels controlled, clean, and responsible. No grease, no frying. But what you are doing is stacking sugar on top of sugar in different forms. Bread is pure starch. Starch becomes glucose very quickly. Jam is concentrated sugar. You are doubling down. This leads to an even taller blood sugar spike, a huge insulin response, and an even sharper, more painful crash a couple of hours later. Practical swap? Don't fight the habit of toast. Change what's on the plate. Instead of jam, add protein and fiber. Think scrambled eggs or omelet with salads, or half an avocado or some cottage cheese. Make the jam an exception, not the default. 4. The final hidden hit. Sweetened coffee. You might think, it's just coffee, it doesn't count. But when you stack a sweet creamer or syrup or sugar on top of the juice, the cereal, and the toast, it stops being minor. It's yet another sugar hit, another insulin trigger, and another push toward that mid-morning craving. Practical swap? Try your coffee black. Learn to appreciate the coffee itself, not just the sugar delivery system. So now that we've exposed the culprits, how do we actually fix this without feeling like we're on a restrictive diet? The core insight of this entire video can be summed up in one powerful sentence. It's not about fat, it's about blood sugar spikes. The healthy breakfast trap isn't the eggs, the butter, or the protein. It's the daily pattern of fast sugar and refined starch that pushes your insulin through the roof. To build a breakfast that actually serves you, you need to focus on the 3 pillars of metabolic stability: protein, healthy fat, and fiber. These 3 nutrients act as a biological brake, slowing down digestion and flattening that blood sugar curve, so you stay energized for hours instead of minutes. Practical rules for your weekday morning? Don't drink breakfast sugar. That means no juice, no sweet coffee drinks, and no sugary smoothies. Protein first. Give your body the building blocks it needs before you load it with starch. Pair your carbs. If you eat carbs, make sure they are whole, high in fiber, and always pair them with protein and healthy fat to slow down the absorption. Avoid the boxed default. If it comes from a box and is marketed heavily as healthy and low fat, be skeptical. Make it repeatable. Pick 2 or 3 protein-first breakfasts you can execute without thinking all week long. The 30-day challenge. If you are struggling with the mid-morning crash, I want to challenge you for the next 30 days. Remove juice, cereal, and toast and jam breakfasts, or at least limit them to once or twice a week. Replace with a protein-first breakfast every weekday. Try it. Stabilize your morning, and I guarantee you the rest of your day, your energy, your focus, and your cravings will get exponentially easier. That healthy breakfast wasn't healthy because it was low fat. It was a trap because it was fast sugar and starch. If this video helped you understand your body better, please hit that like button, subscribe for more simple health breakdowns, and let me know in the comments what your go-to stable breakfast is going to be.